Pill testing should be compulsory in Australia. Sorry. It has come to quite a few Australian people's attention, including mine, that countries such as Netherlands, Switzerland and Spain have implemented strategies in the attempt to wipe out this ongoing issue of people becoming sick, mentally disturbed, and some unlucky few even sadly passing on. The events, music festivals, group get-togethers in which people only condone happiness and fun should not be devastated by partygoers not knowing fully what they are consuming. Only recently have the ACT Health offered a helping hand at setting up pill testing tents to test people's drugs at Groove in the Moo. This made the viewers that had gone to the festival feel much more safe, as they at least had a little more understanding on the whole process and ingredients of their drugs. Many young adults at these events appear to accept it, in order to stay safer, admitting that it is almost inevitable they will consume drugs. These tents should be compulsory at all music festivals or day-night parties that have substantial amounts of people. It is a must for all parents to know that their child is safe as possible. It is a must that all people should know what they are consuming or if they've been lied to about what's inside. No parent wants a phone call informing them of their child's death or a mournful police officer arriving at the doorstep to break the news to the deceased loved ones. There have been 5 recent deaths in New South Wales due to contaminated pills at music festivals. 5 too many. It seems to me that in order for change to arise, it has to reach the level of fatality to be looked at furthermore by the government and their officials. The fact that it is happening all over the world and is slowly making its way onto our shores shows that not only are the public open to the idea, but the actual festival management teams really value their customers' safety and pay the pill testing fees to keep them safe. This helps with sales of tickets, more enjoyable events, safer times for those attending, a good social media review, etc. The testing of drugs will have not only an influence on the festivals itself, but actually the black market, where most of the drugs are bought from, then are redistributed. With testing, it will show the clientele that some aren't as safe, or that they have been deceived, meaning they would be made to go somewhere else and buy drugs elsewhere. Also, that the drug distributors within the black market would have to find safer drugs to sell online to their customers to make sales. Pill testing affects consumption control. Over 50% of people who had their drugs tested admitted to this, because they would then know how much they could take without having a bad overdose of something they didn't know was hiding inside the pill. 2/3 of these people that had had their drugs tested resulted in not consuming the drug, and even resulting in warning their friends of this type of pill for future reference. Pill testing has never been established in Australia. It links back to the fact that the government actually doesn't want the public to believe that they condone drug use in any way. They're stubborn and hard to budge on things that either cost them money or might make them look dissatisfactory. The government also argues that if they test a pill of someone's, but they still end up dying, then who is to blame? The fact that they don't want to even try or give it a go tells you something about the government. Being bold, standing together, will move the government in the ways we want it to go. We as a whole can make anything change within the country of ours, and pill testing isn't an issue that should be overlooked, considering there are people of any ages at risk of death or serious internal injury that could possibly have been avoided. Drug use is more prolific in people aged from 21 to 30 than it has ever been before. Studies show that in fact it is around 28% of these young adults are experimenting with drug use. Since finding out that the use of drugs is so profound within young adults, it reminds me of all the close people to me who are within this age bracket, including my brother, who is so precious to me, with everyone else who are these people that are also close to their hearts. We should all stand together and raise our voices on this issue. Together we'll make a difference, and if we don't, we can always say we tried.